AI game is heating up as Google launches 3.1 Pro flagship model. And in this video, I'm going to put that to the test in 7 different prompts on the basis of what Google have said they have changed it. So if you go to the launch page, only thing I wanted to know about the agentic coding tool use. On the telecom, it's 99.3, it's all right. But on the retail, that's what matters, which is 90.8, and it's on par level of Opus 4.6. If you see on the reasoning part, they beat their previous model by high margin from 31 to 77.18, and it's even beating the Opus 4.6. It's going to be a crazy video because the benchmarks are quite crazy, and let's look at our benchmark. First, we are going to put a test to create a SVG. So Google have said that this model can create crazy amount of SVG animation. So that's what we are going to create first. Here is the first prompt. So if you want to get the prompt, you can find in the description box. So create a fully self-contained SVG, no JavaScript, no external libraries, of a solar system with the following requirements. Let's press enter. Done with the creating the solar system animation SVG file. So as you can see, this is the file that is created. It's looking so realistic, and the animation is also on fire, and it's also on the loop. As you can see here, it ends here, starts from here, and also it's on the line. You can see here, if you want to create a SVG animation and embed it that to your website with such a graphical interface, you can easily integrate that now using 3.1. And I have also done that with the help of Opus 4.6. Let me give you a preview. It's not a comparison video, but let me tell you how it looks. So this is from the Opus 4.6, and it's also look good, but the speed and the alignment is so off, not at the par level of Gemini 3.1, but it's gain looks really good. Now moving forward to the next and create some playable HTML games. It's also on the high side that Gemini said its ability to produce interactive games is also better than the previous model. So let's say here create folder with name HTML game and paste this particular prompt. Tower defensive game with a grid based map, and let it complete. Also, the model I'm using is the Pro high thinking model. It's not a low thinking model. So I love Gemini, to be honest, but the only thing they lack is their rate limit. The rate limit is so low, and it just cut off in between your project. That's what I hate about the Gemini. So I hope they have improved this, because if you are building a full-fledged app or a full stack app or any kind of app, so if agent just cut off in between, so it loses the context. And even if you create the empty file, it doesn't work like that. So you have to deploy the other model to it. But again, I hate only that part of the Gemini. Otherwise, it's so good. Even the 3 Pro, even the 3 Fast is so good. So our game is ready, and let's play. And let me, yeah, this is a game, a defensive game. So here, this is the spawn area. They will send all these spawns, and this is our base. I need to apply 3 kinds of tower that will shoot them down before they enter into our base. So it's a pretty straightforward game. And let's click on start wave first, and let's place this one here. And let me place this here. So as you can see, it's powered them down, and it slowed them down as well, and it will kill them down. And once it's done, now let's place cannon next. I think they will not, yeah, they are good done. So if I click on the start wave 2, so they have different levels. So now it's way faster and way stronger, and it's pretty playable game, to be honest, with 0 iteration. So this is just one on the one go. That's great. Let's add one more here. As the level progress, they are way more powerful. So I will publish that game on our website. So this is one idea that I came across. Okay, and so there's a start wave 3. Now as you can see, they are more powerful and more speed added to it. Let's place more. That's great game. And now moving forward to the next, to build an analytical dashboard. And let me go again, create a new chat, create folder with name analytical dashboard. And so here is the complete single file analytical dashboard with 0 external dependencies. I just wanted to create its own. So let's paste this and let's start. Okay, so our analytical dashboard is ready. So it has completed this. So landing is great. So animation is also good. And if I see here, so on hover, I can see it, all the legends here, and same goes to this. So this is the data, and it is viewable while navigating into the pages like that. and also have the dark and the light mode. I wanted to add as an icon. So the animation is quite cool, right? If I move over, but they didn't add the metrics here, which I have told it, which I have specifically mentioned that. So I wanted summary of all the data here, but anyways, it looks good. So let's move forward to the next. Next, to build a desktop style OS simulator, let me just create folder with desktop simulator and this. So let's try this. Okay, yeah. So this is cool. And if I open that to the notepad, let's say add something, click on save. It's saved. Yeah, it's saved. And the calculator, let's see if it's working, and it's also like a real OS. And let's see, 88 multiply by 20. So yeah, it's working. And let's go to the Explorer. So this is also cool Explorer with just one HTML file. If I click on double, okay, nothing is working on the right. So preview is not working. So obviously it's just one. So this is an image viewer. So let's open some image. Oh, okay, it's working. And let's go to the start. So the start button has all these tools that is pre-built. And if I click on the wallpaper to change wallpaper, so it's just changed with the gradients like I mentioned in my prompt. It's cool with just one prompt. Now let's create a Python CLI tool that scrape any Wikipedia URL that I mentioned, summarize the content in 5 bullet points, extract all named entities, for example, people, organization, and saves everything into the timestamped JSON file and generate a HTML report based on that. So here I will put this. Here I will put this here. So create folder with Python CLI and the prompt, which is what I've mentioned. Let it complete. Okay, so it's done. First, we need to put that into virtual environment, and it's now in that. So let me copy this to install all the requirements. Now next, I need to run a CLI with the URL. So let me find some interesting Wikipedia URL. For example, let's say what it tells about Sam Altman. Going to Sam, so I will replace that into here. Okay, so it's done. So let's run this. Okay, so reports is done. Generated also the HTML file. Let's move to here and press this. Okay, so it's about the SAM and the source URL generated on this. So executive summary attended this, and also the named entities extracted, people of Adam D'Angelo, Andrew Yang. So the places associated with the Sam Altman are this, and the organization are these. So it's great. And next, let's put the reasoning stress test. I've said that to explain this traveling salesman's problem. Then write a Python solution using a simulated annealing with visual progress output to terminal, configurable temperature decay, and final route visualization using matplotlib. The code must actually run without errors. So if it's error, it fails. So I'm using the high thinking model. So let's see if it's going to create that in folder stress test. Let's see it's going to complete this. So it's done, and it's already launched that simulate annealing. You can see here there's a control. This is the zoom control, which is already in the zoom here. Okay, so it's added the zoom. So let me just add this drag option to drag on each point. You can see here, and there's also settings here, which is click on slider to adjust the subplot parameters. There you go, the bottom. That's quite nice, and the right as well. So we can adjust its parameters. Let's click on reset. So now reset to the default. So this is quite good. And if you see on the terminal, which is having this temperature control, and it is currently at 0.10%, best distance is this. So it goes at the real-time data processing. So this is quite good. So now let's move on to the last, is to create a full stack app. This is the gigantic prompt. So here is the app name, tagline, cook smarter, wasteless, full stack meal planning web app. In this, I have suggested each and everything in detail about the landing page, the design system, the color, the primary color, everything. I have put that into this particular doc. Create for name with Pantry and start creating this. Don't stop until you do. If you see on the specification on the front end, I want a landing page. So full landing page, different sections. So auth pages, what I want on the dashboard, recipe library, and recipe details, meal planning, pantry, and shopping list profile, and additional technical requirements. Create a sample test user with the email this and the password this. So this is something which I want to create. Each and everything is defined here, and let's see if it's going to do that in one go. This is something which I was talking about earlier, that this is what happens when you do a full-fledged app with the Gemini. So as you can see, the resource exhausted, rate limited, just while you're creating some app. And it's not even that resource intensive app. It's just a simple app that requires the auth, the dashboard, and a couple of features and a landing page. That's it. And for that, it says the resource exhausted. So this is very normal for the Gemini model inside any code editor, even their own anti-gravity. That's why I hate about Gemini model family, because this is absurd, to be honest. And if I go on, it will keep on giving this particular error. So let's see if it's going to do that, because it's been in 5 minutes. It may work. So let's see if it's going to pick where it left. Okay, so I'm fed up with this because it's been an hour. It's not able to rectify the errors. I've been iteration with it. It's not simple. It actually messed up the backend. Okay, so let's see what he's given me at the first time. So this was the landing page anyway. So this is the login page. Let me show you the password and demo data, but it's not at all working. And if I go to the inspect element, and there it says the backend has been crashed. So it actually did so many errors in the back that I've been reviewed that code. So it was still working, so I canceled that. I'm not going to continue here, but I'm going to do one last test, is to create UI UX design. So for that, I have this detailed prompt that I crafted in between this. So let's test the UX test of Gemini 3.1 using the same Pantry app. So here I will say create for with Pantry UI, and there you go. Okay, so again, the resource has been exhausted on Gemini. So anyway, I'm not going to complete that from here. Let me use the anti-gravity for this. So I will put the same prompt in the anti-gravity, and let's see if it's going to perform that. And it's stuck, as you can see. So it's not even working. And if I go to the Opus one, and it's working fine here. So this is something that I want to show you, that once you start working with the Gemini models, and obviously you're going to create a much complex app, full stack app with the backend, front end, or maybe a software. Once you start developing it, and it's a resource getting exhausted, and it rate limit that user. So this is very frustrating for Gemini. No doubt Gemini 3.1 or any family is above all the rest of the AI models. The only downside is their rate limits. They do rate limit it a lot to a lot of users, and their resource get exhausted in no time. This is something they must look into it and fix that. This was the review of 3.1 Pro, and it was an amazing experience, but you know the downside of it now. Next video, I will be comparing the output of 3.1 Pro with the Open 4.6. Do subscribe to this channel.